Alrighty guys, I got it back. I was looking around but I couldn't find absolutely anything. I thought that it was about that because the room was open, there was a created room and it hasn't been closed, but there's nothing on closing as I can see. But I just click played again just before and it just went straight into it, so I'm not sure what happened there. But yeah, what we'll do is click join random, see if there's any rooms available. And that's right, we haven't done join random, so what we'll do is create a room called room 1. Room 1 create, connecting to joined. Now we're joined room 1. So what we're going to have to do is close, and we're going to have to create a close button. So what we're going to do is do that join random. So join random. So when we click join random, what we're going to do is call Photon Network again, and then we're going to call dot join random room, and I think that should work. Perfect. And then yes, and if we're going to go down here and then call create another function, it's going to be void on join random, I think it's random room fail. Then we're going to, actually I'll double check this one second. Actually you guys can have a look at this. This is the API of the exitgames.com, and I just googled for this, but well, we're gonna have to go back. So go back to the modules, public API, down here on joined lobby, on fail to connect, on connection fail, on joined room, on random join, on photon random join failed. So this is, we're going to call this one, so just go back, and this is not paste there, Control X, and what this does is calls it when there's no, say if there's no rooms available, it's not gonna be able to call join a random room. So what we're gonna do is just go create, we'll just go create room, actually yeah, create room, and then we'll create the room text to be create the room for random room 1. We'll just random room, and then actually what we'll do is just random. So we'll leave one there, so that'll be the first one, because this is only ever going to be called if there is no rooms available. So it's going to join a random room, and if that doesn't work, then actually we need to close that one off, do that thing, sorry, mine's gone blank. We're gonna have to create a room or join a room, and when it is, we're gonna have to create another variable for the buttons, private bool, and joined or created, and we're going to set this one to false here just for safekeeping, and we're going to set joined or created equals false, and then we're going to have to go down here and go if, no, sorry, we want that one in there, if joined lobby equals true, and say and is and and joined or created equals false, then we're going to do this create this view. So let's try that one out. Hopefully this works. Peer created network. Good, straight in this time. Okay. Join random room. Joined. Okay, we joined that room that we were in before. So we're in what I wanted, and it hasn't gotten rid of this actually. Why didn't it do that? Oh, we haven't set it to true. Haven't set the variable to true. Anyway, we'll do that in a second. But what I want to do is create the display the stats up on the screen of your room. So how many players and things like that. And then you can finally click like go into game or something, and that'll create your object or your game object in the game. So when we click this button, we're going to create the room. We're going to set the set connect to true. The thing I was thinking about was joined or created equals true. The only thing I was thinking is that if we do this and the room name already exists, if it doesn't work, it's not going to create the room, but it's still going to set our variable to true, and it's going to say that hey, the buttons are gone. But we'll leave that for now, and we might come back to that later. So I'll put a comment in there, and we'll say change to check if the room name already exists. Alright, so that's a nice little note for us to do later. I actually like the colors of this Visual Studio better than Mono Develop, but I'm really struggling with that non-autocorrect in the code that's telling me. Anyways, what we're going to do is then add one to here. Joined or created equals true, and then that should work for us. Play network, join random, and it's gone. Perfect. That's done. Okay, so we can exit out of that now, and we can. That's done. So what we're gonna do after that, I think, is call well, actually we can use that same variable, and first of all we're just going to create a new button, but we don't need to create a new boolean yet, I don't think, because we can just use this one. So we can say if joined or created equals if joined or created equals true, then we're going to go and say if, and we're going to call a button. We'll just copy this one, copy paste, and we're going to call this one. We're not going to add any variables to that one, and we're going to click play spawn, something like that, I think. Yes, then actually what we're also going to do is create a variable here, not a variable, a text field for your name, so you can change your name. So we'll call this one, we haven't set it up yet, but we'll call player name, and we'll make that one the public so we can access it later by anyone. Player name is set to player name, max 25 characters. We'll do exactly the same. We'll just make this one subtract, we'll just add it on this side, so plus 100 on that side, so it's going to go that way, that side of the spawn button. then we're going to check if the spawn button was pressed, and then we're going to do our spawn my player. That's perfect. So one thing we need to do is set this variable up. So private, not private, public, because we want that. We want to access that later. Public string, and this will be player name. And on the start, we're going to set player name equals to default name. So then if they don't enter anything, it's just going to set to default name. So when we click the button, we're going to set the name, player name equals oh no, sorry, we do that one already, don't we? We don't have to do anything, do we? Spawn my player. Yep, no, you don't have to set anything. Okay, spawn my player. Well, this is getting long. Spawn my player, and then we need to create that. Sorry, guys. Void spawn my player. And there. Now what you would originally do, what you would normally do is instantiate, and you can still instantiate your game objects, but the difference with this is that you need to instantiate it in the network view. So if you just do instantiate, it's only going to instantiate on the computer that the person who called spawn my player. So what we're going to do is call the command Photon Network dot instantiate, and then that's our thing. The other differences with this is that you must put a position rotation and the original player prefab, and there's also a group integer at the end, but you guys might see that pop up where it tells you what you need to input. The first one also, normally you put in a prefab, you do not put in a prefab. For this one, what you do is you put in a string, and the string is the name of the character, so of the prefab. So, and I'll go through this again, but we're going to call this one player controller. And so our prefab needs to be named player controller, and we'll do this again. We'll change it when I go back into Unity. But then we're going to have to create the position, and we're going to set this position to vector 3.0. And the rotation is going to be quaternion dot it's lowercase, it's not identity, and there's a group integer at the end. You guys will see that in your pop-up boxes hopefully, and that's basically just saying you can specialize network views into groups, so only certain players or certain computers, clients or servers can see the that group level. So, but normally it doesn't really matter with Photon Network in the cloud, which is what we're doing, so we'll just set that to 0 for now. So what we're going to have to do is that's fine, go back into Unity, and what we're going to do is go back into the, okay, it doesn't have 1 for 0, or I think it's lowercase 0. Okay, yep, that's perfect. Okay, what we're going to do is go back to the start assets folder, and what we have here is our prefabs folder. Where's that? Do we on models? I think we did it. Yeah, there are 2 prefabs, so we're going to create a new create folder prefabs, and inside this prefabs folder, what we're going to do is go into this model, drag these 2, enemy and the person, into the prefabs folder. And inside the prefabs folder, what we need to do is create a folder. This is mandatory. Without this, it will not work. So what we need to do is create a new folder called resources. Must be named exactly the same, resources, and you drag your your prefab. So we're going to have to also rename this. So go up here, rename it to player controller. and make sure that was exactly the same name. Well, I didn't say that. Player controller. And now this changes to player controller, and we're going to have to put that in the resources folder. And the reason we do this is because resources folder are the folders that can be loaded. Anything inside the resources folder can be loaded at runtime, just like we said that we'd do that resources folder for the icons of the items in our inventory, but which we haven't yet gone through because I'm going to go through the inventory stuff again later on. But so you need to be able to the plugin Photon needs to be able to access it in the resources folder, and needs to be accessing player controller because we named it player controller. Now that should work, and what we'll see if it gives us any errors, but what we're going to do is create a create game object, create other, and we're going to create a cube, and we're going to set this position to 0, 0, and 0. So because we vector 3.0, so that's exactly where our player is going to spawn right there. And we're just going to pull this one down a bit, so then when he falls, he's going to fall onto that, so he's not going to fall through it. Then, excuse me. Sorry about that. What we're going to do is scale this one up. No, whoops, sorry, scale this one this way, scale this one this way, and make a little island for him to walk on. So that's that, and let's go into the main camera and we'll move this one back, get a little bit of rotate, move it forward to, yeah, like that I suppose, and then save. And one more thing is we need is to create game object, create other, and create a directional light, or we'll just create a spotlight. We'll bring this one up, make it much bigger, move it over, and make the intensity a lot more so we can bring that up. Range is this one, I think, yeah, that one. And we'll just bring it up again. There we go. We'll just do that for now. So, actually, we might change the color of it just to make things a little bit fancy. Make it a nice red, a light pinky red color. Save that, and we'll click play. Alright, network. Connecting, connected. Alright, we join the lobby. Now we want to join random because those two rooms are still open. So, join room. And now it's created this thing for us, and we're going to create our player name as player. Click spawn, and it did not work. That's why. Okay, this is one thing we also need to do, which I'm glad we got the error for, is create a photon view on our component. So we'll go here to our component, to our thing. So these are all our components: transform, character controller, and a load of scripts. What we're going to have to do is add component, and we're adding a script, but what we're going to do is search for photon view, and this one is must go on there. So photon view, click on that one, and it'll add this, and it'll do all of that for us. I think we drag our prefab onto the component, and that's what it observes. I'm not too sure, so we'll try that. Save. Alright, we'll just click, try this again, clear, click play, and boom, there we go. Our play's in. We're getting lots of errors, but that is alright, and we need to remove this. So there are two audio listeners, yeah, that's fine. Object not set to an instance of an object. That's fine for now. That's just giving us errors because of our scripts, M9 scripts. I'll be back in 1 second. Hey guys, sorry about that. Alright, where was I? Okay, that works, but the M9 is not working. So what we're going to do is nothing about that at the moment. That's perfect, that works. What we're going to do is test to see, actually what I want to do is list the rooms. So what we're going to do is when you clicked and connect a lobby, so if joined lobby equals true, we're going to display the names of the rooms, and then we'll create another button here that is going to be called join room, and you'll put in your own room name to put in it. So let's have a look at these commands again, and there was a way to see how many rooms there were or something. So so the summary of the room name. I want to check what rooms there are. Let me see. Modules, public API. That was the one I was in. Whoops. Network. Join room. Create room. Initialize security. Disconnect. Fresh. Leave. Get room list. Currently known as known rooms as room info array. This is available and updated while in a lobby. Check inside lobby more. This one, perfect. Photon dot static room info gets known as the room info array. I'll be back in 1 second. Hey guys, sorry about that again. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so room info of current rooms. Alright, let's go to room info. So properties, name field. There was something I found before managing servers. No. Initial setup. No, there was something somewhere. Player account name. Not sure how we can do this actually. I'll be back in 1 second again, and I apologize about all the interruptions. Alright guys, sorry about that. Again, that is really annoying for you guys. I know about that, but nothing I can do. So what this is we just use Photon Network.getRoomList, and then we want to do a for each loop on that because it's an array. So to display that, we'll just use a function because then we can contain things. So void display rooms. Display rooms, yeah, that's good enough. We won't say in lobby. And what we're going to say is for each room info returns room info of current rooms in lobby. I'm not sure how room info was that lowercase I? No, back. For each room info in Photon network dot get room list, and that is in those brackets. There's gonna be errors here because I'm not sure how to do this. I'm just going to room info, expecting bracket room info for each. We'll just go to the scripting and we'll do a for each loop. For loop, no loop. I'm not sure how to do this one. Let's go manual. No, it's manual. Oh, yes, search loop. Or for each building asset bars for each string parameter in list. Let's just Google Unity for each command. Sorry guys, loops, there we go, beginner scripting loops. Alright, C#, for loop, while loop, do loop, for each loops. Okay, so that's what we're getting. So we're getting a thing. So for each string item in strings. So item is item in strings. That's that one. The print item. Okay, what we're going to do is just try this out. We're going to say for each. Okay, so we bracket and close that one off. Oh no, we don't. For each, it's of type string because we want the name. So string item in Photon Network dot get. What was it? Get room list. Then we're going to open this up. Okay, so that's what we're going to do is put a actually no, we're not going to put this inside a function. Actually no, we are, because we'll just call that from GUI. So just go GUI dot label dot bracket new rect, and let's go 50 50 100 by 50. What we're going to put in there is the item. I think that's how we go about it. Yep, I think so. Check this one. Room info to string is invalid. Okay, room info dot name. Is that access is a property access, but a type was expected. Okay. Room info, and then we'll do item dot name. Let's try that. I think that might. Yes. Okay. Let's try this one out. Alrighty. We're gonna connect. Join to the network lobby, and we get nothing because I don't know why. We're going to debug.log as well. Debug.log, and we're going to debug item, and we're also going to debug.log, debug.log item.name, and see if the label is actually being created, but we'll see what happens. Right. Network. Sorry. And we've got nothing. There's nothing there. Alright. That's why, because we didn't call it. Wow, I can't believe I didn't do that. Okay, so what we want to do is, if we've joined the lobby, what we're going to do is call display rooms. No, display rooms. There we go. Alright, and play. Click network. Just gotta join it in, and we've got no rooms. Join random. We've joined one, but there's still no rooms. Display rooms. There's something wrong here. Let's just Google Photon display rooms. Let's try that. Network room list with GUI, not GUI layout. Let's try this one. Display list of the rooms, and this is in the actual document. So, for each room info game in Photon list.get. Yep, that's how we have it. Perfect. Game.name plus blank equals plus. Okay, so we'll actually follow the list of that actually. Here. Room info room in that, so we'll just copy this one because we're cheap and we like to copy. For each room, we'll repaste this on. Alright, for each room info room in that, we're gonna do GUI.label room name plus blah 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 blah. We're gonna do play count out of max play. Alright, that should work. Perfect. Now play. We're going to network. Maybe it's because it's not in the GUI. Okay, so I think I know why. Because this isn't in the GUI. So we're going to go Control X. We're just going to delete this again. And what we're going to do is go back up here. And instead of display, it's just going to paste that right in there. And hopefully that should be the problem that is making it not work. Because join random. Still nothing. Why? Yeah, I don't know if the game can use random matchmaking to display list of rooms in a lobby. A list of currently running games is provided by the master server's lobby. Maybe it's because we put if joined. Okay, that if joined lobby equals true. And that's if we join lobby is equal to true. Why isn't this working? I have no idea. If Photon Network.connected. Let's try that one. Let's copy and paste that one. Alright, if this is true, we'll paste that and we'll try that one. Hopefully this one works as well. Network. And it didn't create. Spawn. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Okay, this is. I'll figure this out later. Actually, I might just delete. Perfect. We'll put it straight in on GUI, and if this one doesn't work, then I'm stumped. I've got no idea. Maybe it's because it's going over it. I'm not too sure. It's still not working. Why did I go there? For each room info game in Photon Network.get room list. Let's say Photon room list not working. In the lobby, info rooms equals I'm trying to rooms.length if room's name is equals my room. Okay, that's not what we're doing, but that sort of works. Let's call a thing called control X, and we'll just create a variable called rooms, and we're going to create a variable here, private room info rooms, and the rooms is going to equal to rooms equals that, and then we're going to go for each room info of type of called game in rooms. Yeah, this is gonna work. It's probably just another way around it. Alright, let's just create a named one. So name1 create. Alright, then let's disconnect to create connect again. Connecting. Name 1. No, nothing. Not even getting anything in our console, so that's not working. Actually, no, we didn't even end up doing that, did we? So debug.log something here, and then we'll do plus game.name. So we'll see if that works. Maybe it's just the game name not working. Network, and still nothing here. Join random, nothing here, nothing at all. Why isn't it? It's got to be something. Alright, I'm just going to delete all of this. You guys delete it too, and we will just deal with that later. So what we're going to do is try this out. So file, build settings, add current. Oh, delete that one. Why did it add itself? Okay, Windows 86, 64, development build, and we're just gonna do PC, and that's cool. That's what we're gonna play settings. That's okay. We'll just name this blocks, games, zombie FPS, cursor hotspot. That's alright. And due to the PC one, resolution, full screen, native running background, capture single screen, display resolution, use player log, resizable window. That's okay, I don't really mind. Icons, that's whatever. Splash image, other settings, render path. Yeah, we'll just accept that for now because we're just going to build and run. We're in a new folder, builds, and we're going to call this one test 1.0.0 and save that. Alright, now it's going to run it, or at least it should, and it's building the player, and this will shouldn't take that long, but it's yep. Okay, display 1, yep, that's fine. Okay, play. Oh no, we want it windowed actually. Okay, well this is horrible graphics. Oh, it's F4. There we go. Okay, press X. We'll go to the, let's build and run it again. Build and run. Alright, and we're going to set this as 19 by 1920, and we'll do a windowed. Actually, we'll just do 1020 windowed. Perfect. Okay. Now this is going to work, and what it's going to do is we're going to network. We're in the lobby, and we're going to create one called test1 create, and this default name will test as player1 spawn. Alright, now that's cool. We don't want that's cool. Because we want that there, and then if we go into, we'll put this one here, put this one over here. Here we'll just go maximize and hit play and hit network, and for some reason we're not seeing the player. Join random. I don't think we joined the right one, but we've got a problem. Alright, I'm just trying to get this one finished by the end of the episode. Assets, prefabs, resources, player controller. It's got a photon view on there. Owner set to runtime, position and rotation. Unreliable won't change. Let's try and look at this. I'll be back in 1 second, and we should be able to finish that. Alrighty guys, I had a quick look and I think that what we need to do is, yes, turn this off, and we'll try that one and we'll build and run again, and we'll see if that works. I'm not sure if that will, but we'll see. Hey, windowed, perfect, run. We'll run this one, we'll start the server on this one, so then we can just see it from here. Create called just join, called one called J, test2, test1, create, joined. Okay, and now I don't even know if we're going to be able to get into the same room. If we hit network, join random, spawn, found client should be in a room, current, okay, so spawn. Alright, now if we move away, press, go back over here. Oh, okay, we've got, for some reason we can create both ones. Spawn. Alright, now there's two. Alright, I'm moving this one, and if we go over to here, I'm moving this one. We're using the same one. So what we're going to have to do is fix that up. But for now, you can see it's connecting, it's working, it's all fine. So, thanks for watching, guys. Remember, comment, rate, subscribe, and hopefully I'll have the next video for the networking out soon. So, stay cool.